Today's title is Solving Two-Step Equations, and I'm going to go through the three different methods that we've looked at previously when we're solving one-step equations. So I'm going to go through 6 questions in total, so by the end of the lesson you'll have 6 questions completed in your book. First, I'm going to go through bar modelling, but that doesn't mean that you have to use bar modelling. You can use, if you prefer balancing, you can use balancing. If you prefer flow diagram, use that. So you choose your preferred method. I'm not forcing you to do bar modelling, it's just I'm going to go through each of these methods. So each of these methods I'm going to do 2 questions on them. So yeah, just choose your method you prefer. So bar modelling for the first one, this first one on the left. I'll do it in silence, then I'll talk through it, and then you can have a go at the one on the right. So it's called a two-step equation because now we've got 2 steps here. We're taking away 10, then we're dividing by 3. The bars, I can always draw these bars at the same length, so the same width here, because of this equal sign. So whatever's on the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So this represents the left-hand side of the equation, and this represents the right-hand side of the equation. Right, have a go at the one on the right, and it doesn't have to be bar modelling, you can use whatever method you like, but have a go at the one on the right, and then I'll go through it now. So you should have had a go at it by now. I can draw the bars equal length because of the equal sign. So this time there's 2 x's and the rest is 10. So same first step to take away 10. And then I'm left with 2 x's is 12. And then I can see here if there's 2 x's, then I can divide it by 2. You don't necessarily need to say divide by 2, but you can see each of these are going to be 6. So x must be equal to 6. So whatever method you chose to do, you should have got 6. X equals 6. Right, next method is balancing. And this is the method I'd like us all to be able to do by that sort of in year 8. I'd like us to be doing this method because I think it's the most reliable, and I think it is the easiest once the equations become harder. So I'll go through this one on the left with balancing. You do whatever method you want after I've done it, and then you can have a go at your turn on the right. So first thing to do, and you don't have to have a go at this one. You can just watch me do it because it's like a new way of seeing how to do it. So if you don't like balancing, if you prefer bar modelling, then do this as a bar model. If you prefer flow diagram, then do it as a flow diagram. But this is how to do it with balancing. And notice that it's always thinking about doing the inverse. So we're trying to get x on its own eventually. So let's take away the stuff, or get rid of the stuff that's happening to x. So inverse of adding 3 is taking away 3. If I do 3 take away 3, I get 0. So that's why I've just got 4x left here. 15 take away 3 is 12. Remember, I've got to do the same to both sides to keep it balanced. Then this means that we're timesing x by 4. So if I divide x by 4, then I'm left with 1x, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so I'm left with x is equal to 3. Right, have a go at the one on the right hand side now, and then I'll go through it. So you should have had a go at it. Inverse of taking away 3 is adding 3. So if I add 3 to both sides, negative 3 add 3 is 0, so I'm left with 4x on its own. 15 add 3 is 18. divide both sides by 4, and x must be 4.5. So, or you could have had 4.5, same thing. So don't be put off by seeing decimals or fractions. You can have that in equations. I'll just lay it out as a bar model, and because this is where I think the bar model gets a bit tricky when you've got negative numbers. So I don't use this method that much, so I'm just thinking about how you'd lay it out. So the top bar represents the left-hand side of the equation, and I've got my 4x's, but then my take away 3 means that this part here, because I'm doing this take away 3 is equal to 15, so this part here is like worth 3, but it's not really a bar because it's take away, which is why I think bar model gets a bit difficult when you've got negative numbers involved, and why I'd like us all to be at a balancing stage. So if I draw a line there and take away 3, then I know that 4x must be equal to 12, which is exactly what my second line of working is here. So you can see how they match up, and then I can see there that x is equal to 3. But I just think it gets a bit tricky when you've got negatives involved. So yeah, I'd like us all eventually to be comfortable with the balancing method. Right, and finally, flowchart. So if you can just watch me do the one on the left and then decide which method you want to get down in your book. And then on the right, you can choose whatever method you prefer, but your final answer will still be the same, whatever method. So we start out with x, multiplying by 5, taking away 15, and that gets us to 5. So 5 add 15 gets us to 20. 20 divided by 5 gets us to 4. So x is equal to 4. Notice this method relies heavily on using the inverse still, because what we're at each stage, we're thinking about what the inverse of taking away 15 is and what the inverse of multiplying 5 is. Again, this method has its problems because I just think it relies heavily on the x being at the front, whereas it could have said negative 15 add 5x, and you might think that, okay, we're taking away 15, then we're adding 5, or we're timesing by 5, and that's not actually the case. You've got to do it in order that you would, like, it's got to follow BIDMAS, so you would times by 5 first and then take away 15. So I just think it relies heavily on the order that you're giving it in. So it's a good method in terms of thinking of the inverse, but I think it has its faults, which is why it's good to do the balancing method. And I'll just show the balancing method because it's pretty much exactly the same as this, it's just written in a different way. So if you have like that, then we're thinking, what's the inverse? Well, add 15. So if I add 15 to both sides, then minus 15 add 15 is nothing, so 5x equals 20. This is where I got that 20 from here. Then divide by 5. Notice I divided by 5, so it's the same steps, it's just written in a different way, and I think it will help you out when equations get harder as well. Right, have a go at the one on the right with whichever method you would like to use, and then I'll go through it now. So we're starting with x, multiply by 5. So I've written it a bit differently to how I did that. Oh no, I have written it a bit wrong actually. Would get us to 5x, then add 15 would get us to 5x, add 15, and that's equal to 5. So, working back the other way, if we do, hold on, I've laid it out a bit differently here. If we do take away 15, then we get to, we start to get to some negative numbers here, which is again where the bar model might be a bit difficult. 5 take away 15 is negative 10. Divide by 5 gets us to negative 2. So I think I've laid it out a little bit differently there to what I should have done. Let me just double check, because again, it's not a method I use a lot, so that's why I think I've got it a bit. Yeah, I shouldn't have put in. Let me just start again with this one. Sort of mixing up a couple of methods there. Right, so we're timesing by 5, and then we're adding 15, and we get to 5. So if we're working back the other way, then we do the inverse. So take away 15, and I'm just going to write down what I got from that. So that's negative 10, and then I need to divide by 5. Well, I'm doing negative 10 divided by 5, so that gets me to negative 2. So x is negative 2. I'll just show the balancing method because I'm really trying to push it and I'd like us to all be there. And it's the same steps of taking away 15 then divided by 5. So if we take away 15 from both sides, then we get 5x equals negative 10. Divide both sides by 5 and we get x is equal to negative 2. So it's still the same answer, just using a different method. So they're two-step equations. I'm going to set a maths watch on this later in the week. If you've got any questions, then please email. Have a great rest of your day.